Yeah, you read the title right. Charlotte might be a trap for you. I'm gonna be explaining why, because this is a very big topic right now. Charlotte gets rush released on global. A lot of people are upset, and there's a lot of doom posts like, oh my god, dude, I gotta go for Charlotte because Emperor is coming out and all this other stuff. But listen here, I'm gonna try to encourage you to maybe not summon if you are one of these individuals that it might be a trap for you, or I'm gonna give you a reason to why she's actually gonna be good for you. Either way, let's talk about Charlotte as a whole. So the reason why Charlotte is insanely hype and a lot of people are really looking out for is because of this 150% arts damage buff. It's good for nuking, it's good for sustained damage, magic, physical, crit damage, 100% defense ignore units, doesn't matter. Charlotte is good no matter what. There's only two other units in the game that can do something similar to her, and they're two of the best units in the game, which are Haruto and Mako. Haruto gives Arch Gen plus the arts damage buff, and then Mako, of course, gives Arch Gen, arts damage buff, healing, and all that other good stuff as well. Charlotte isn't doing the healing and Arch Gen part, but she is giving you that massive 150% to everyone. And originally, whenever she first debuted, she was used all the time, everywhere, because she was literally the best damage buffering unit that we had at the time on JP. And she pretty much became a staple from this point forward, and everyone constantly used her. However, as time went on, you guys know power creep set in and units came out, and Charlotte is still really good on JP. I want to get that point across right now. She is the best universal damage buffer in the game. Either way, she did fall off a little bit, and you guys might know about this because a crossover happened recently on Global, which was Tokyo Revengers. This crossover kind of dawned the end of the Charlotte reign on JP that was currently happening. Draken came out, and I know a lot of people may be like, wait, Draken? Well, let me talk about this a little bit more. Charlotte is an amazing universal damage buffer, right? But you kind of got to think of her as a jack of all trades to an extent. She's able to buff all types of damage, but she doesn't necessarily excel in one type of damage. Because if you're going mostly physical damage, well, Draken is better in pretty much every aspect. For one, Draken is the best physical damage buffer in the entire game. For two, Draken also is very good in terms of nuking because he gives everybody 30 arts instantly as long as he's on the team, and he has better slots for nuking. One problem with Charlotte is that, you know, her slots, they're solid for nuking, but not the best. And the only negative to using Draken over Charlotte is the fact that Draken only gives 100% physical damage buff and Charlotte gives 150% arts damage buff. But here's the thing. Technically, this is countered a little bit because Draken also applies physical resist down on his true art. So even though his damage buff is weaker, it's technically stronger because he's doing more for your team. And overall, you know, he's kind of like the definitive damage dealer and damage buffer for physical. So okay, that settles the debate for physical. But what about Magic? Well, Magic also had a character come out fairly recently on JP that already does more than Charlotte does specifically for magic damage, and that was Summer Lisa. Summer Lisa has the same slots, so, you know, there's no one-upping her there. However, she does actually offer your team more damage if you are magic and you are also dealing critical damage, since you're getting 100% up for both magic and crit damage. So if you are saving up for Summer Lisa, or she is a unit that you're interested in, then there's not really a point in getting Charlotte. I mean, yes, she's beneficial right now, but in the future, you're going to be replacing her with Summer Lisa on most of your magic teams. That's kind of the argument right now that a lot of people have said, and that's kind of the side that I'm on. Even though I did make a video talking about how broken Charlotte was, that was before Draken was out. Now, since Draken and Summer Lisa are both out, well, Charlotte has kind of fallen off. And this is where I would say Charlotte isn't a trap. If you are someone that doesn't have Draken and you don't know for sure if you're going to be going for Summer Lisa or not, this is where Charlotte becomes top tier. Since she's good for everything, you can use her no matter what. However, I will say don't expect to outdamage people that are actually utilizing supports that are specifically buffing up those damage types, because more than likely they're going to still be outdamaging you. But that settles the discussion on, is Charlotte a required unit or not? And hopefully now you can see that no, she's not. There are replacements for Charlotte. She's not the be-all, end-all unit. One thing I didn't talk about at all in this entire video yet was her banner. Have you guys seen this? This is atrocious. I don't know who be designing the banners and Grand Summoners, but they need to get fired. Like, hire someone else to do this type of stuff. And if I was judging this off a banner alone and not even just Charlotte, I would say this banner is 100% a skip no matter what. As I mentioned before, if you don't have Dragon, Draken and you're not planning on going for Summer Lisa, Charlotte is very, very enticing because she's the best of both worlds. However, I would still recommend skipping this banner because Charlotte is more than likely gonna be coming back on future banners, and she is probably gonna be in a forever summon at some point. And that's why I would say for most people, if not everybody, you should probably skip. The only time that I would say this is justified is that if you really like this character, or you know for a fact that you are going to be using Charlotte, you're not going to be going for Summer Lisa, you don't have Draken, and you'd rather just have the best of both worlds. So that is my recommendation. Maybe a little bit surprising to some of you guys, since I was really hyping up Charlotte, but after looking at what we have currently in the game and what we're going to be getting in the future, it kind of seems a little bit dumb for me to still be recommending Charlotte since I now know what's coming. That's going to be it for this video. Tell me down below, are you still going for Charlotte after you watch this video, or are you going to be saving for Emperor? Because now with me, you know, I may do a summon video, just try to see if I can get Charlotte, because I have been wanting this girl for quite a while. You know, even though that I do have Draken, I wouldn't mind getting her because I don't have a lot of good magic damage buffers, so hey, I mean, she could kind of fill that role, but we just have to wait and see. You know, it all depends on how I'm feeling whenever she comes out, if I do a summon or not. I think I'm back on the train. I think I'm saving for Emperor and waiting for his release. Or, you know, when Blackrock Shooter comes out, I'm probably going to be dropping some crystals on that because I kind of want Deadmaster. Thank you all again for coming out. It's been your boy P. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, don't forget to drink water.